How you doing, Curt?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So there's a lot of QB turnaround in the conference this year, and on defense, do you find yourself trying to prepare for these new quarterbacks that you maybe haven't seen on the field before, find out who they are, and
I feel like down the road it'd be kind of tough, but right now we just worried about Utah State and Chuckie Keeton.
Curt, you're a West Palm Beach guy over here. Talk about the Florida series. I know you probably heard it from the guys back home, but what would it mean to finally turn that around and get a win over the Gators?
It'll mean a lot. But right now with Team 118, all our focus on Utah State. It's a long season ahead, but when that time comes, we'll be ready.
I think it'll be in the 90s in the number of weeks it's been since you played a game when you go out there August 31st. I'm sure you don't want to think about that, but 90-some weeks. But what will that be like for you getting back out in the field for the first time in so long?
It'll be great. It's not like playing in Neyland with all the fans, and I know the first game will be sold out for sure. And playing on Sunday, it's a great opportunity for me to get back out there and do my best for the team and help us get to victory.
Curt, the other guys kind of brushed it off a little bit, but for you personally, does the Georgia game kind of still stick with you? And also being a linebacker, how much do you get to see of Herrera and Wilson and Jenkins and all those guys on the other side?
You talking about last
for Georgia?
Season?
Yeah, but then also how much do you get to see them even though they're on the other side?
You mean off the field?
Or just on the field? Like, what do you notice about them?
Well, first, the Georgia game, last season is behind us, and we learn from it, peek at it, but we don't stare back in the past. Moving forward, and I'm not really sure about the second part of your question.
I mean, like, is there, of any of the film you see of them, I mean, do you study other linebackers around the league and see what they do and maybe try to pick from them?
Clay Matthews, Sean Lee, a few guys like that, yeah. We got some former Vols that come back all the time. That's helping out. We got great resources at University of Tennessee. I wouldn't really have to go to another university to look for things.
So you obviously mentioned your excitement over playing at home, but do you have any particular away games you're really excited about getting to that stadium again and seeing those fans again?
If I had to choose, it would be Oklahoma, but just because it's a great opportunity to be on the road, and when that time comes, we'll be ready. But I think that'd be fun.
Curt, have you had a chance? You talked about getting ready for that first game. Have you had a chance to see Utah State's quarterback Chuckie Keeton on film yet?
We've been watching film. We've been watching some of his old film, but nothing up to date.
Right here. What would it mean for y'all to get back to a bowl game this year for the University of Tennessee program? You know, a really proud program, second most wins in SEC history. What would it mean for the program in the city of Knoxville and everything to be able to get back to a bowl game this year?
I think that would be a very important step. But in order to get back to the bowl game, we got to worry about the task at hand. And that's Utah State, going one game at a time, not looking through the whole season.
I guess to follow up what I asked you about guys you try to emulate, what is it about Matthews and Sean Lee and guys like that you like their style?
I like the way they play. They play with effort and they play with energy. I like how they're finesse and they're also physical and they can run. I like those two guys a lot.
Curt, what's going to be the difference for you guys on the defensive side from last year to this year?
I think us having leaders, me, AJ, Jordan Williams, Brian Randolph, all us guys, we understand the system and understand the standard and expectation of Coach Jancic's system, and now we got to implement it into the younger guys, and that'll be our success. If we play as a whole, if we play defense as a whole, we'll be a real good defense.